In Bexley, 14 kilometres south of Sydney, this modern home was designed by a builder who found some inspiration in a nightclub. Jason, thank you so much for having us to your house today.
No problem, it's my pleasure.
It's a gorgeous house and you've done such a wonderful job.
Thank you very much.
How long have you been building for?
I've been building for around 15 years.
And so what sorts of houses have you built in that time?
We have built this sort of style, modern houses.
Okay, so how did you find your inspiration for this?
I found my inspiration through things that I've learned over time. Through building for other clients, you see things that are practical, things that work, that don't work.
So this is the ultimate house.
This is the ultimate
You've
house.
learnt from others' mistakes and come up with this.
Absolutely.
Not a bad way to learn, huh?
I think so.
How did you find this site?
This is actually, I've been living here for 10 years. And there was an old weatherboard house on it. Just an old average weatherboard house on a 600 square metre block.
So were you sad to see the weatherboard house go?
Not really, no.
No?
No.
Tell me about the front door. I think there's a story behind the front door.
The front door is actually made out of recycled hardwood that I've collected over time a few years ago, and I've had it in mind for the front door specifically, and I knew exactly what I was going to do with it.
Fantastic. So you kept all the hardwood here at your house, did you?
I kept it in my warehouse.
Right, so you've been saving it all up for that front door.
It sat there for about 3.5, 4 years.
Wow, and what do you think of the finished product?
I love it.
It's as you imagined?
I think it's the best front door ever.
Yeah, it is. It's impressive and it's very wide.
It's wide. Like I said, you can open it and to give you those breezes and it just flows through.
And when you walk into the entry, your eyes are drawn immediately up?
To the cage.
To the cage. Yes. Tell me about the cage.
It's something that, again, I saw somewhere back in 2010. It stuck with me and it was a must-have again.
Did you see it in a house somewhere?
No, it wasn't actually in a house. It was in a club.
Oh, it was in a nightclub. You saw it in a nightclub and you said, I want that for my house. I love it. Absolutely. And so you've done it.
Yeah. So
and what do you think of the end result?
I think it's beautiful. I really like it. It's different. It's you know, it's got a nice feel to it.
It's very eye-catching, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I love this room because it feels like the outdoor is actually inside, and I think you've managed to achieve that through this whole window, and there's no join in there.
No, absolutely not. I was adamant that piece of glass was one piece without joints because it makes a big difference, giving you that feel of being in and feeling that you can actually almost jump in the pool.
It does, doesn't it? You don't see that very often.
No, that was a must as well.
That was on your must-have list.
Yes, absolutely.
And how difficult was it to get in here? I imagine it's quite heavy.
It was. It's about 120 kilos, and it took 8 guys to carry it in. So it was a bit of a fragile exercise.
Nice.
Being glass, so.
And I see you've got a sandstone wall at the back in the entertaining area. Tell me about that.
That sandstone wall, I've had that in mind for a little while as well. The sandstone is actually reclaimed for another project that we did. We recycled the sandstone, put it aside, and got a stonemason to rework it and come up with what we've got there.
Right, so you've had all of these little pieces waiting for your ultimate house.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to us today, Jason. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.